Well, we're back at it again. We had a little bit of a late start today. Hey, there's my wrench. Squirrel. We had a little bit of a late start, but you know, it's all right. So we're gonna start simple today. Simple. We are going to fix the windshield wiper. See how it's all floppy? It shouldn't be like that. I actually ordered a brand new arm and everything, but I'm not the brightest. You know, I just kind of said click order, and as you can see, this arm goes the opposite direction. This is a driver's side. So what I did the right thing, and I was like, I could fix that. So all it is, it's just a spring and a little hook on the inside. So I just stole those, and we're gonna swap it into this one. Oh look, the spring's still in this one. So I guess this little clip just came off. Oh no, look, the spring broke. So I don't know how many of y'all remember the video of me and the wife in the Fairlane. When we broke the transmission and drive shaft, the windshield wiper was sitting there going against the windshield. Yeah, it was pretty funny, but at the same time, doing 75, 80 down the highway gets kind of old after a little while. So we're gonna get that fixed. Actually, I'm gonna enter that clip so you can see it and witness the car going boom. Now we got a little giggle out of that. We can put this wiper together. So that goes there. I'm gonna assume hooks in the first one, like that. Oh, that's gonna be, how the Nikes does that go all the way over there? But I guess that's how it holds it down. I need some needle nose, little ones. I feel like I'm hurting myself doing this. Well, that's gone forever. Forever wasn't that long. Maybe not. Try this way. Right? Mosquito. You almost had it. Alright, I got it. No. How? I got it. Look. So I got brand new wipers somewhere. I don't know where, but I got them somewhere. So I'm just gonna put these back on for right now, so we can stick it on the car. Make sure everything's how it should be. Are these keyed? Can I put this in the wrong place? That would suck. So that means we get to mark that off the list. Wiper and everything's done, that's done. AC system is not 100%. So all we have now is brake light switch, seat anchor, and I'm gonna add something. Nut and bolt. Check. I like to go back and check everything, because I mean, we had the rear end out of it, we had put new leaf springs, drive shaft, cross member, we did the ball joints, all that stuff. It's possible to miss one bolt. You never know. So I want to go back and I want to check the entire car. But for now, we'll jump back inside and work on the AC controls, because that's what I got going on. And I want to actually pull this cowling off, and I want to make sure it's sealed, because there's these I don't know, like access compartments or something right there in the dash area. I just want to, you know, just make sure it's good. Just, you never know, because I don't feel like be driving down the road in Georgia or North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever I might be, and just water just comes in. Because I mean, I've washed the car and stuff, I've never really had anything leak, but you never know. You just never know. Yeah. So we're in the Fairlane. As you can see, we're doing, wait for it, 70. Cruising. She's running good. AC's blowing cold. Running 206 at the moment. It's kind of hot day. Ain't bad. 205, we're going down. But she definitely needs alignment after doing the ball joints and stuff. I can feel it. Got a little vibration coming from the front from that, but hey, other than that, ain't bad. So I think some of my temperature problem that I was having, or kind of having, was, golly, big turn. I'm running visors. I got sunglasses. What was I saying? I mean, what were y'all saying? Oh, I think there was an air pocket trapped in this thing, so that's kind of why, like, I was wanting to drive it so I can get some water circulating. But I will say this: temp came up. I did change the water pump. I did change it after all. But all in all, it feels good. No weird noises, other than the little shimmy in the front end. It's pulling a little bit, so I definitely need to schedule it for alignment. I guess Tuesday or something, next Tuesday. I don't know if I'll have time this week to take it to get alignment done, but I mean, it feels good. It feels really good, actually. I'm pretty sure most of the speed we're gonna be doing on Power Tour, from what I can tell, is like 60. So let's bring her back a little bit. Let's go to 60. There's 60. Cruising. 205 with AC blowing. But once again, the only thing I'm concerned about with this, not really concerned, but is I don't have a hood on it. So I know it's pulling a bunch of heat out, but at the same time, a bunch of air is not getting forced through that radiator right now too. So I don't know, I feel like it can go both ways. But other than that, I mean, it feels good. It really does. It feels great. Take it back to the house, do a nut and bolt check on it again. You can never do it too many times. I'm just saying, you can never do a nut and bolt check too many times. One thing I don't have hooked up right now is the so this transmission's all electronic, just like majority of everything else. But you're supposed to hook up a power wire from the transmission control to the brake switch, so it knows when you're braking to unlock the converter. And I can tell I do not have that hooked up right now, because whenever I was slowing down, she was lugged a little bit. She's like, "Arr!" So you can tell the converter was still locked up. Woo! I miss this car. God, it shifts so good. If you can get an old big body car like this, just take it on a drive. You'll fall in love with the dang thing. I'm telling you, you will fall in love with it. What's that? Something made a pop noise. Let's get out. Let's look at some belts. Make sure everything's good. Fans are on. I can hear them. She's running. Belt on. Belt on. Belt on. Don't look like nothing leaking, but my goodness. Look at that car. Look at that thing. Look at it! You can't tell me that is not one good looking car. So, we're looking good. Everything on this thing is holding up. I think the AC needs a little bit more charge. I need somebody to hold up the RPM so I can get a little bit more Freon in it. But other than that, everything seems good. She looks good. She really needs her skirts on it though. Really needs the skirts. But she's running. I'm off on the side of the road, but she's running. You know, just giving y'all an update. So let's go back to the house. Let's wrap this thing up and start putting some miles on it before we leave. Ooh, that AC's cold. Safety first, ladies. Safety first. Seatbelt. Let's go. I really need to fix this AC duct by my foot. Car's running good, car's driving good. Two issues which we kind of knew. One, the gas gauge isn't working. I need the gas gauge to work. I got a new float and stuff to fix that. And two, the AC compressor. We're back to the AC compressor on this thing. So I went to O'Reilly's and I bought a new AC compressor and we put it on there. Everything was good. And then all of a sudden the clutch started making a rattling noise. So I was like, all right, well the clutch went out on this thing. So I was like, you know what, things happen. So I went and got another one. Put it on there. Me and the family have already driven the Fairlane 120 something miles. So we've already driven it. We drove it to a car show, we did some things. I know I'm continuing this video a few days late, you know, but I took a little bit of time off. But this compressor started making noise already. So I'm kind of done with these compressors. So what I did, I have to leave early. Well, we have to leave early. We have to be in Georgia to help do something. So we're gonna be in Georgia a little early. So I ordered a compressor that I use on the F100, the same brand stuff, been working good, and I shipped it to somebody's house in Georgia, and we are gonna change it out in Georgia probably Friday or Saturday, and we'll get the AC figured out and hopefully that'll eliminate this problem. But for now, we're gonna get the gas gauge working and ignore the compressor altogether until we get to Georgia. So let's see what we can do with this fuel float. And I'm just walking around my shop and it's a mess. So anyways, we're gonna ignore it. So lucky for me, these are pretty easy to change. Pull this, take this cute little wire, so we got a new float. We'll see if it works. Car definitely has a full tank of gas. I feel like we should see if this works first. So that should be empty. We should be showing empty-ish. So we're showing we have 8% fuel left. So really, I mean, I don't know if that's not scaled exactly correct, but we'll remember that. So I'm pretty sure this float doesn't go all the way down. So, I mean, we got a little bit of leeway. So now, move this there. We should read a full tank. And 100%. So, oop, bumped your head. So that means we got the gas gauge working. So we can put this in, we can do that, because actually I have sound deadener showing up tomorrow. Because there's a lot of road noise from the trunk area. So we're gonna adjust that so we get sound deadener tomorrow. So we'll go ahead and get this put back in. There is a notch, I thought. Does this not have a notch on it? That's interesting. Did the old one have a notch? I don't want it that way by the fuel pump. That way's more ideal. We'll do that. That. I feel like that's gotta be it. So the next thing I decided to do was I got this. So there's a Teflon bushing in there to kind of take a little bit of this play away that's here. And I'm going to get the alignment done tomorrow, so I want to make sure it's as tight as possible. And I've done it before. I get these like little Teflon pieces machined and stuff, and you take it and you slide it over, because this end stops like right here. So I take this, drive it in there to about there, and this isn't super tight on this. There's a little bit of play there, but it gives something, so it keeps it from wanting to get all crazy and sloppy on you. So I'm gonna drive that in there, take up some of the slop. Not everybody does this type of things, but it's what I want to do, and it's what I'm gonna do. So it's a little piece of Teflon. It'll hold up. See, that's what I was talking about. That piece only goes like right there. It's not even, it's nothing. So, see how much you tightened it up? I love when a plan comes together. There you go. One thing I forgot, I almost left it off the list. The brights weren't working. Well, like, the brights were the only thing working. So I changed out the light switch, or the bright switch on the floor, and we got brights, or we had brights. So it switches back and forth between regular and brights. So that's figured out. So really, this car is ready to rock and roll. Doesn't get hot. My cooling issue is 100% fixed. I mean, it runs good. One thing I didn't think about whenever I was going back and forth on my cooling was, so my battery died. But anyways, like I was saying, the cooling issue on this thing is 100% fixed. It runs good, doesn't get hot. So one thing I did not take into consideration, I really didn't think about it until somebody else pointed it out to me, because I do listen. I mean, if somebody has a suggestion, I will listen to it. These register temperature off coolant head temp, not engine coolant temp. There's a difference. So the sensor never actually comes in contact with water. It literally measures the temperature of the cylinder head itself. That's why you'll have like kind of big sweeps. It'll, like if you accelerate real hard, well, obviously your combustion chamber's heating up. Your temperature will come up a little bit, come back down, everything. So they say, rule of thumb, take about 20 to 25% of that temperature off. So they say if you're running around 200 cylinder head temp, take off, we'll say 20 degrees. Well, that's only 180. So this car is running 208, 209, idling, air conditioned, full blast, everything. So really it's running 190. So we are solid. And we were driving this car yesterday or day before. I live in South Texas. It's hot. It was, I'm pretty sure the feel yesterday was easily 95 to 100. I'm pretty sure it's every bit of what we're gonna see up in Georgia, South Carolina and stuff. So this car, I believe, is dialed on the cooling system. It works flawlessly. So the AC compressor issue addressed whenever we get to Georgia. I do know if I take WD-40 and I spray the clutch, it'll go away. So I know the clutch is the issue. The compressor works fine, it's just the clutch is the issue. It just makes a bunch of racket, it's annoying. So I went ahead and also I cleaned up the inside of the car. Look at that, she's beautiful again. I'm pretty sure there's still kid stuff in the back. Got ice chest, everything's cleaned up, cleaned the seats. I did change the door locks, which is the most annoying thing in the world, because how am I supposed to get that blue tape off of all this? Y'all see that? It's behind the latch. It's behind it. So, gonna have to figure that out, get all that stuff. I'll take it to torch and burn it, whatever, I don't care. And then, like I said, I got sound deadener coming, and I'm gonna sound deaden the trunk. I need to take that wiring and tuck it up like that. It's been like this since I got the car. And I got the sweet little jump pack. It's pretty awesome. But like I said, everything on the car is pretty much dialed, ready to go. Everything feels good. I'm going for alignment tomorrow. We'll get that addressed. I mean, gotta admit, that looks pretty good though. Like, that looks fantastic, really, if you ask me. But that's gonna do it for this video. I know it's kind of in between days and stuff, but been busy trying to get this together. And so, like I said, we're gonna get the alignment done, and then we'll get the sound deadener and stuff in the back and get this thing packed up and hit the road to Georgia. So till next time.